Okay, hello everybody, Teacher Millie here. Today we will discuss the topic from unit number 8, okay? So in unit number 8, the objective is to use comparisons and to contrast of information, okay, about people and objects. But let me give you an example. Okay, so now in this picture we have two pieces of fruit. We have two pineapples, but the pineapples are very different, don't you think? I want you to observe the picture. I think it's very evident. Let me give you some examples. The pineapple on the left is bigger than the pineapple on the right, don't you think? The opposite is also true. The pineapple on the right is smaller than the pineapple on the left, okay? So that's the general idea. Now, what we are checking are called comparatives, and in this video I will teach you how and why we use them, okay? I will also teach you how to form them. The truth is that we are always comparing things. We compare, for example, the food we eat. Pizza Hut is more expensive than Little Caesars. Why? Because a pizza at Pizza Hut is usually around 200 pesos, and a pizza at Little Caesars can be 100 pesos or so, okay? So Pizza Hut is more expensive than Little Caesars. Once more, the opposite is also true. Little Caesars is cheaper than Pizza Hut, okay? Another thing we can compare are the places we know. For instance, Veracruz is sunnier and hotter than Jalapa. Parks in Jalapa are more beautiful though. So you see, here we are giving information about two cities that we all know. The opposite could also be true. We could say that Jalapa is cloudier and colder than Veracruz, and we know that's true for sure, okay? We could say that people in Veracruz are more fun than people in Jalapa. I don't know if that's true, but it seemed like a good example, okay? So we can make different examples using different information. Here the idea is that we are comparing two places that we know. In the first example, we were comparing two pizza places, two pizza restaurants, two kinds of food, or well, two different meals, and here we are comparing two different places. We could also compare the classes we take. For example, in my opinion, literature is easier than algebra. But hey, maybe you're an engineer and maybe you have the opposite opinion. Maybe for you, algebra is easier than literature, okay? But maybe algebra is more important for my major. So if I am an engineer, algebra is more important than literature, perhaps. If I study pedagogy, the opposite is true. Maybe literature is more important than algebra. I don't know, I'm just inventing examples, all right? We can even compare the superheroes that we like. For example, Thor is older than Captain America, but is he stronger? What do you think? Who is stronger, Thor or Captain America? So in my opinion, it is Batman. Batman is the strongest. No, I'm just kidding. We know that Bruce Wayne has no superpowers. He just has a lot of money, right? So here the discussion is between Thor and Captain America because they are very strong. But who's stronger? One of them has to come on top, okay? Here are all the examples again. Alright, so we have Pizza Hut is more expensive than Little Caesars. Veracruz is sunnier and hotter than Jalapa. Parks in Jalapa are more beautiful though. Literature is easier than algebra, but algebra is more important for my major. Thor is older than Captain America, but is he stronger? Now, can we guess the rule? How are we forming these comparatives? The comparatives here are more expensive than, sunnier and hotter than, more beautiful than, easier than, and more important, all right? Here we have older than. So let's try to guess the rule. Okay, in the first group we have hotter, older, and stronger. This is very evident. Hot, old, and strong are short words. They are short adjectives. So we are going to add the termination ER. Then for expensive and beautiful, we are going to add more expensive and more beautiful because they are longer words, okay? And in the case of sunnier and easier, well, the thing is that originally the adjectives finish with the letter Y. Sunny and easy. So we are using the termination IER. Okay? So let's see. We basically use comparatives to introduce or to justify our opinion about something. For example, I would like to live in Jalapa because the parks are more beautiful there. Okay? Or I bought a pizza from Little Caesars because it was cheaper than other options. So I invite you to use comparatives when you are expressing your opinion. Okay? This way you will sound much better. Okay? This is a general idea on comparatives, how and why we use them. That's it for today. Thank you.